What's up, everybody? Happy Good Friday. Hopefully, you guys are doing good. Uh, just want to get on real quick and say hi to you guys, see how you guys are doing. Hopefully, you guys had a great week. I know I did, and I think it was a good day today. We heard from Amber, right? So I'm so happy for her. But just gonna check to see how you guys are doing. Trying to see who else we could talk about. Haley, of course, and the meet and greet, and uh, Ashley and her friend, her boyfriend. Jeff, hello, how you doing? Juliana, hello. Ross, Ginn, hello. Jay, Nico, Sandy, Ola, Jacqueline, Sugar, Mercedes, Cobra Kai. Angelica, thank you for coming back, Angelica, the girl from the park. Angelica was helping us at the meet and greet. We met her at the meet and greet. That was fun. Thank you for helping us and welcome back, Angelica. You're awesome. Beautiful Jess, hello. Teresa, Cud, hello. Casey, Brandy, Jose, so wasn't that awesome to see Amber? She's been keeping me updated, right? She's been texting me throughout her time at the treatment center, rehabilitation center. So I know she was on her road to recovery, and it was really nice seeing her in person. And I'm glad that you guys got to see. She's looking better, 100 times better. She sounds a lot better. We can understand her now, right? And then in her interview, when I interviewed her, I had to every time she answered a question, I had to repeat it. I had to repeat her answer because just to be sure that that's what she said, because it's really hard to understand her. Poor thing. Uh, she wasn't eating food. She said she was surviving off of yogurt because it was hard to swallow, and so it's really sad. So yeah, but I was really happy to see her, and again, amazing transformation. And she's not where she wants to be. She still wants to get better, get stronger, and be with her daughter, her 12-year-old daughter, build her relationships, that with her family. So that's awesome. That's part of recovery, right? Building the bridges that were uh, shattered in the past. So congratulations to Amber and her hard work. Congratulations to her mom for the support that she lent her, and she's continuing to give. That's awesome. Her family should be very proud of her because not everybody does that, right? And everybody has the courage to go to a hospital. They just end up staying out in the street and just that's going to be their last stand. But she gained the courage to give herself an opportunity to live life. Too young for that, too young to give up now. So I'm really happy for her. We also heard from Haley. Um, yeah, so hopefully Haley gets well and gets help and turns it around. Like definitely a lot of trauma. She sounds like she's experienced a lot of things in her young life, and but through it all she has that smile and bubbly personality, and she seems really nice. So hopefully we can stay in contact and watch her get better and grow as a person. So hopefully you guys are doing good. I appreciate you guys for logging in. I made this chat subscribers only. That's why we're at 74. Plus, it's Friday. And yeah, so hopefully you guys are doing good. Did you already discuss how you stopped that violent? That knucklehead. I mean, I didn't. I told him like he needs to stop. He needs to stop, or I'm gonna get out and uh, and um, and make him stop. So he decided to walk away, and he made a really good decision because I didn't want to, definitely don't want to go out there and hurt people, right? He's obviously battling addiction and maybe mental health issues and just acting like an animal, and so um, he definitely didn't want me to get out there and help him realize he the error of his ways. So I don't know what happened to him. He was I approached both of them. They were on the side of the building. I approached them, said, "Hey, can I talk to you guys?" And she came over and talked to me, and he stayed behind. And for the first 6 minutes, no big deal. And all of a sudden, he throws a crate. He throws something at her. I don't know if it was a bottle, a stick, a crate. It was something. He hits her, and then he comes towards me, and he's like trying to intimidate me, trying to scare me. He's trying, and he just I mean, you can't really reason or logic with people that are in that state of mind. So I'm just glad that I didn't have to get physical with him because it's not worth it at all. It's just you got to you got to you got to think. You have to try to to rise above it, right? Of course, if he would have persisted, right, I'm going to defend myself. I'm not going to allow him to hit me just because he's a knucklehead or he's high or whatever. Like I'm not going to allow him to hit me, and that'd be kind of stupid. So, but he there in his psychotic episode, there was a little bit of reasoning left in there. So yeah, that's what happened with our buddy. I don't even know his name. Never talked to him ever. Amber, thank you for joining. Amber says, "Thank you for making me feel like a part of something that is for the greater good." Amber, thank you for joining first off. Thank you for talking to me and giving us an update. And like I mentioned to you when I saw you, uh, the Lost in Phoenix family is wants to support you and let you know that you matter, you're important, you are beautiful. Let that beauty come out. Let the world see the talents and the skills and the potential that you have and what you have to offer to this world. I think a lot of your abilities and capabilities have been hidden because of the struggles that you had in life, but here's a perfect opportunity for you to shine and rise above and reconnect with family, friends, and really make the most of it, right? I saw in one of your comments that maybe you'll go out in the trenches in the future and help people. Great, go do that. Go be a peer support counselor. Go help people at treatment centers. Pay it forward, right? You've got a second lease on life. What are you going to do with it? Right? Are you gonna feel sorry for yourself and all time lost, or are you gonna take this opportunity to go forward, move forward, and open up a brand new chapter in your life, learn from it, and teach others, right? Prevention, right? Or if you're stuck in the middle of this lifestyle, this is how I did it. This is how you can do it. Let's move forward together. So I think you have a lot to offer everybody, Amber. I'm really proud of you. I know the Lost in Phoenix community is super excited and stoked for your continued success, right, gang? How do you guys feel about that? So everybody's cheering for you, Amber. Just look at the comments. Look at the comments on your video, right? Just a bunch of support, and a bunch of uplifting prayers and well wishes, and just positive people supporting a positive person. I think you're a good person. You're a good soul. Just got caught up in that lifestyle, but here's a new lease on life, right? A second opportunity to redo it, right? Do it the way you want it, right? It might not be ideal. It might not be 100% the way you've wanted, but uh, what are you going to do with that opportunity? So I'm very excited for you. I'm very proud of you, and I'm very appreciative that you've kept in contact with myself. By keeping in contact with me, you keep in contact with thousands upon thousands of people, not only in Phoenix, not only in Arizona, not only in the United States of America, but also throughout the world. Right? They know your name, they know who you are, they know your story, and you're gonna motivate them, inspire them to move forward in their lives. Okay, so you are awesome, Amber. Appreciate you. So that was Amber's update today. Again, Haley. Hopefully, Haley is doing better. She texted me earlier today. She said she had an interview, so I'll get in contact with her. I'll get in contact with Haley to see how her interview went. Right, she had an interview today, so I need to get more information. Hopefully, the interview went well. I couldn't give her a ride to interview because I was working. I have a full time job, as you guys know. A lot of people think I'm just out there, just driving around all day long, and that's not the case. I have a full time job, a real career, right, for the past 15 years, management and insurance. So, but it's really good to do this outside of work, and develop relationships and help people like Amber, like Haley, like a lot of other people. So little by little, right? We can't save the entire world, but maybe we could save this one person, right? So that's awesome. Jeff, thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate your support all the way in Ohio. So you're awesome. Jeff has been around for a long time, with Lost in Phoenix, right? So going on a long time. So I appreciate you. Casey, Easter plans. I don't have any Easter plans. Easter is this Sunday. I was kind of not really aware. I wasn't not keeping track, but um, maybe I'll watch a Christian movie, right? Um, one of those I usually watch, like they'll play Christian movies, like Jesus Christ movies on TV. So I think I've seen them all, but I always watch them. So that's hopefully you guys are gonna have a good weekend. I know that the weather's gonna be nice. It's gonna be on the warmer side, but the weather be nice. So maybe hiking and hanging out and just having fun, and just enjoying my weekend, right? So, what are you guys doing? Are you guys going anywhere? Are you guys going anywhere? Are you guys doing anything? Are you hiding eggs, or are you searching for eggs? What are you doing? No update on Carla. No update on her brother. I got to do my little notification for you folks. No updates on Miggs. I don't know what happened to Miggs. I don't know if he went to court. I don't know. I have no idea yet, so I haven't seen him. Miggs, Carla, Junior, whoever Junior is, Caitlin. Who else am I forgetting? Nick. Haven't heard from Nick. Gino, Mercy. Who else? Lulu. Yeah, I haven't seen Lulu. Not seen Lulu. I have not seen Jessica. Yeah, I have not seen Jessica. I have not seen Marissa. Baby Isabella. That's such a cool name. Love it. Sabas. Who else? Give me some more names that I usually get on here. All right, that's enough. Boom. Chino. I put Chino on there. So no updates on Migs, Carla Jr., Caitlin, Nick, Chino, Mercy, Lulu, Jessica, Marissa, Baby Isabella, or Sabaz. Um, Jeff says people are using painted potatoes instead of eggs because eggs cost so much money, right? So yeah, that's a really good point. I forgot about that. Uh, yeah, so yeah, well, they have those plastic eggs, right? The little plastic eggs with chocolate inside or whatever. So think a lot of people switched to plastic eggs a long time ago. But it used to be fun. I remember when I was a kid, we'd buy those little kits, right? You have to boil the eggs and put you'd you'd color the eggs in dye, right? And then paint them and stuff like that. That was pretty cool back a long time ago. I wonder what people do now. Have not seen Face. Feels like we're on FaceTime. I don't really get on FaceTime a whole lot. Yeah, hopefully you guys are doing good. You guys just go have fun this weekend and do something with your family. Just be careful. A lot of idiots out there, unfortunately. Um, it seems like every day there's more and more knuckleheads, right? So that's sad. Can't enjoy yourself anymore because people are always trying to ruin it. Laura Izazi, hello, thank you. Karen Castles, bro. I've been binge watching your channel for over 3 weeks. Um, awesome, Karen. Hopefully, you've learned a couple things, right? Maybe you've learned some names at least. Laura, thank you for Laura says this is the only live she ever joins. I never really join any lives ever on YouTube. Um, I guess I never get notifications for anything, but I don't really have a whole lot of time to join any live sessions for anybody. But that's why I say thank you guys for joining. Right, 92 people. I limited this to just subscribers. It's Good Friday, so a lot of people are out enjoying their Friday, their weekend. So yeah, thank you for hanging out with me. Appreciate you. Conservative Umi, peace and blessings with you all. Salam alaikum. I think that means bless you in Arabic. I'm not sure. Jeffro says it was a crazy storm that rolled through a few nights ago. We had lots of damage. Yeah, we don't really get a lot of storms here in Phoenix, so I think that's probably why a lot of people move from the Midwest to Phoenix because we don't get any storms of any kind. So I love it. Falcon 1245, thank you. Arabic for peace and blessings. Awesome. Thank you, conservative Umi. Appreciate you. Sandra Martin, yes, I can see your comments. Thank you. Uh, what are you guys doing now? What are you guys up to? Anybody? So I'm in Phoenix, Arizona. Somebody asked, are you in Phoenix? Yeah, I'm in Phoenix, Arizona. What are you guys up to? I know Jeff is in uh, Ohio. Uh, uh, I know where some of you guys are at, but location check, right? So we can do a location check to see where you guys are at as well. So Miku baby girl is in Montana. So cool. I bet you it's beautiful up there. Sherry. I always forget. Sorry, but I'll say Sherry. Providence, Rhode Island. Awesome. That's the smallest state in the country, Rhode Island. Laura is watching a movie, drinking a little bit. What are you doing this weekend? I'm from Wachula, Florida. Awesome. Maribel C is in the San Fernando Valley, well, San Fernando, California. Teresa is in Tucson, recovering from a wrist injury. Get well, Teresa. Conservative Umi is in Levine. You're, I don't know, 20 minutes away from me. Jay, Florida. Isabel is in the LBC. Oyuki de la Cruz. Cool name. I am working on my sociology master's. I started watching your videos during winter break and fast forward to now. I am writing my end of semester papers on substance abuse slash homelessness. Awesome, Oyuki. Hopefully your paper comes out well. Okay. Hopefully you get an A plus on your end of semester papers. Edgar is in California. Stephanie is in Louisville, Kentucky. Muhammad Ali or Cassius Clay was born in Louisville, Kentucky, I believe. Alma is in Alma, Orange, California. Wayne Rebel Rider, I think that's the Texas flag. I can't really, it's really small. Juliana is in Youngtown. Cool. El Mirage area. Dora Kate Snowburger is Austin, Texas. That's Texas version of Berkeley is Austin is what I've heard. Ali 1823, hello. I'm having a great Friday, thank you. And Tara Martinez, Uvalde, Texas. Tara is awesome. Tara received her shirt recently, so Destiny is in Texas. It's 10 p.m. and I'm already laying down. Thanks for joining Destiny. Destiny, thanks for becoming a super fan. You are going to be a moderator, Destiny. I appreciate you greatly, tremendously. You're awesome. JM Rios is in Oceanside, California, but from Phoenix. CC, thank you. CC is in Chandler. Lynn G is in Wisconsin. I'll be in Wisconsin in like 2 weeks for work. James Mitchell is sewing my daughter's stuffed animal in Ewing, New Jersey. John Bon Jovi's from New Jersey. Awesome. Good dad, James. Sandra Martin is in Torrance, California. Thank you, Sandra. Daniel from Texas, Fort Worth, Texas, to be exact. Jokers in Compton. Araceli in Hacienda Heights, California. Dogs is a Texas lady, 52. It's Coffee is Sacktown, California. I have like a little tiny bug and it crossed the camera. That was funny. Okay, so I don't know where I left off. Falcon is a Tar Heel in North Carolina. Oyuki is in Virginia. Marie Lopez is Hemet, California. I've been to Hemet. It's like a really tiny, small town from what I remember. Edgar is in Monterey, California. Arissa is in Monterey Park. Maybe those are two different places, but it's kind of odd that you guys both from Monterey in the chat right next to each other. Uh, Gelicia Aragon, I think that's how you pronounce your name. Gelicia is in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Cool. Conservative Umi says, drop your clean dates. Awesome. Uki, hello. Ali, Denver, Colorado. Sassy, hello. Living Electro, Deer Valley. Living Electro. I don't, I haven't seen you in a while, right? Welcome back. KCPB is in Notre Dame, uh, Indiana. Awesome. You're fighting Irish. Sandra Torrance, California. Ruby, Ajo, Arizona. A tiny little town between here and Yuma, I think. Where'd you get that shirt? I've had this. This is like a little Cobra Kai. If you guys remember the Karate Kid movie, the original Karate Kid movie, right? The real Karate Kid, not the Will Smith ripoff, but um, uh, the real movie from 1984. This is the jacket that Johnny Lawrence was wearing in that movie, right? It's not the literally the one, but this is a copy of the one. So yeah, I've had it for a while. Destiny, yeah, thank you for becoming a super fan, and you automatically become a moderator. So if you see any knuckleheads being knuckleheadish, just delete their their comments or whatever. LJ is in Avondale. Just Me is in Northern California. Conservative Umi, her sobriety date is December 29, 2016. Congratulations on your rebirth, right? A new lease on life, conservative Umi. That's awesome. It's Coffee. Can you go on tour? I've done interviews in Hawaii, Puerto Rico, Tucson, Albuquerque, New Mexico, and Riverside, California. Besides all the little cities here in Phoenix, right? So I've been here in Phoenix, the Phoenix area. It's Phoenix, El Mirage, Mesa, Glendale, Peoria. So that's kind of like a tour, right? That's kind of going out there, and spreading the love. Cherie says, "Will you try to do an interview while you're in Wisconsin? That would be interesting." Yeah, I mean it's really hard because I'm not going over there for vacation. It's more like work, and so they have us on like a tight schedule, right? So our flights, our hotels, driving, and getting to our meetings every day. So might not have a lot of time. Buki swatted the little fly. I saw it over here and then like little tiny thing, and then it got right in front of the camera and I saw it on here like all huge. I was like, what the heck? Mr. Miyagi. Yeah, so you guys already know, right? I'm a big nostalgia fan. So I'll tell you guys a little bit of history on that movie. So in World War II, the United States had constant, not concentration camps. They were, what do we call them? they were they weren't concentration camps, right? Concentration camps were really bad. So the United States of America thought it was a good idea to get all of the Japanese people that were in the United States, right? Every Japanese person in the United States, mainly the West Coast, Washington, California, up and down the West Coast. That's where Japanese Americans were at. And so, what the United States did was they rounded them all up because of World War II, because of the attack. America was really upset with the attack, didn't know who was who or what was happening. So, they just rounded up everybody that's of Japanese descent and they put them in camps, right? And we here in Arizona, we had two of them. There's one camp that's about 45 minutes away from me here in close to Phoenix. It's not in Phoenix, but it's about 45 minutes away from me where I live. And so I went to visit that camp, and basically, so I found out that Mr. Miyagi, Pat Morita. He was born in the United States, but because he's of Japanese ancestry, he was put in that camp here in Arizona. He was here for about 2 years when he was like 9 years old. He was here for a couple years, and then he got transferred to California, and then they all got released after the war. So that was so interesting. Mr. Miyagi from the Karate Kid was here in Arizona as a kid in a camp, just hanging out. So not really hanging out. It's kind of messed up what happened, but it's that's war, right? Uh, war is like that. So that's a little connection that I found out that a lot of people don't know. Internment camps, yes, internment camps is what they officially call them. Internment, which is kind of hanging out, just gonna you're gonna live here. Definitely not a concentration camp because it wasn't. They were going to church. They were basically working. They were going to school. The kids were going to school. They were eating like normal meals, raiding gardens. Um, so they try to make it as much homely as possible, but they were there for years during the war. So Stephanie Linkletter, I could be wrong, but I think one was the Indian reservation in Gila River. You're absolutely that's the one I'm talking about, Stephanie. The Gila, that's the one. I don't know if they call it the Gila. Was it the Gila? Um, I forgot the official name, but I'm pretty sure it's that one. Yeah, so interesting, right? Like that's like super interesting. When I found that out, I like, man, I got to go out there to see it. And you can still see it from Google Maps. I found it on Google Maps, and you go over there and there's like a little memorial, and it's pretty cool, really really cool. Sacaton, Arizona. It's more like oh my gosh, I gotta research it. It's more like there's like a little town called Casa Blanca, Arizona, right? So that's part of the Indian reservation. If you guys Google that, Casa Blanca, Arizona, it's a little tiny town. Right down the street is that concentration camp, right next to a little hill. Really cool. LJ. So I'm gonna read what LJ says here in the comments. LJ says, "I seen a homeless man. He does have a disability and walks with a limp. He's about 4 foot tall or 4 foot short." It says, "Art, I seen him on 75th and McDowell. Then 2 weeks later, seen him by Arrowhead Mall get into a new car." So last year I approached that man. He looks like a Hispanic man, and his legs I don't know what's wrong with the legs, but his they might not even be legs. They might be uh, um, what are they called? I don't want to say fake legs, but he walks very odd. He puts a sign and then he approaches cars, and of course people give him money. So I said, "Hey, dude, can I talk to you? Look, this is who I am. This is what I do. Would you like for me to interview you to get help for you?" He said, "No, I'm not interested." So it's just interesting, right? When people do that and they choose not to talk. I wonder why. I always wonder why, but that's his prerogative. Wish him the best. He doesn't want to. Yeah, prosthetics. I'm having like a brain farts today. I can't really think of all the words that I want to use. Prosthetics. But yeah, he maybe he has. To me, it seems like he has prosthetic legs and he struggles to kind of waddle over. Unfortunately, it's not really walking, but he struggles. Definitely handicapped, disabled, but he's out there trying to hustle, trying to make money for his endeavors, whatever he's doing. I thought I was going to try to help him, with share his story so that people can help him, but he chose not to. So I'm not sure what he's doing. I do not know karate, though. What happened to Ashley when her boyfriend? She left. She just took off, and she went one way. And I calm. I try to calm this guy down. Like, dude, like you don't want to swing. He never swung on me. He didn't swing. He did the smartest thing that day was not swinging on me because if he would have swung on me, I'm gonna defend myself. And yeah, so I'm glad he didn't, right? Because I was telling him like, dude, you better not do it. Because I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, and this is what's gonna happen to you. And I'm glad he didn't because I'd rather not, right? I mean, it's just kind of dumb to have to hit somebody, that's under the influence and they're not thinking, they're not rationalizing. He looked psychotic for like a split second. And I do you better snap out of it really quick. Your little episode here of whatever you're going on in your head, you need to, shake it off because you're not going to take it out on me or her, right? I'm not going to allow her. If he would have gone to her to go assault her, obviously I'm going to separate. I'm going to prevent that. I'm going to stop that. And get the authorities to take this man away because he's obviously out of control and he's a danger not only to himself but to her, but also to the community. Because what's he gonna do? Just approach random people? Like I'm just a random person that he approached, and what's he gonna do? So he didn't hit me. He didn't swing at me, thankfully, because I'd rather avoid all that. Right? It's just not. I don't have the time. I don't have the energy to be. I'd rather not. It's just senseless. Yeah, the sister on on TikTok, the sister said, "What does the sister say?" She said, "That's my brother. You need to learn how to respect people's um, space or whatever." So I was like, "Oh my!" I didn't reply back to her. I just blocked her and just put that on the YouTube community tab so that you guys can see the idiots, right? So it's not just him being an idiot. It's like it runs in the family. It's like genetically that idiot gene is in the family, right? So like I didn't approach him. I didn't invade his space. He invaded my space. He attempted to intimidate me, scare me. I don't know what he was trying to do, right? But it didn't work. Like it backfired. So he's probably used to that with Ashley, right? I asked Ashley, "What's that big? You got a big swollen jaw, And a lot of people are saying it's a tooth this, tooth that. Could be. I don't know. I'm not a dentist. I'm not a doctor, but this idiot was trying to assault her for no reason. Like, could it have been him that assaulted her and hit her in her jaw? Possibly. She mentioned that there's no nice people out here. There's no love out here. Well, it looks like there's no love from that idiot that you're hanging out with, right? So you just put one and one together and you get two, right? So that's crazy. Yeah, boundaries. Yeah. Learn to, she said, learn to respect people's boundaries. But I didn't move, right? Here's my boundaries. He's approaching me. So she's trying to rationalize and excuse his behavior somehow, right? In her genetically defective mindset, she's trying to justify like he's in the right, I'm in the wrong, but that just goes to show you it's just, some are nuts because they're doing drugs, and some are nuts because it's just it, it's just in here, I guess. So that was really funny. I didn't reply to her. I just blocked her because I'm not, it's not even worth a reply. So I took 2 seconds to block that idiot. Yeah. Yeah, his when he came at me, I knew something was wrong with him because his eyes are like this big, right? Like he didn't blink. He was just coming at me like this, right? And he had like a rage, and his arms got like that, right? Jeff says that. What do you say, Jeff? It's like he has sandpaper under his arms, and he can't put his arms down, right? He gets all inflated, and that's human. That's a human thing to like try to intimidate your opponent or whatever. You flare up like you're gonna do something, but dude was. I mean, I'm so glad I didn't have to do anything to him. I'm so happy because it would have sucked to hurt him. Mexican in Korea. That's why people tell you that we are scared for you when you're out there. You know, that wasn't that the first time. There's like a lot of knuckleheads that are act like that. People. I've been out of my car. I stay in my car because it's quieter in there. Right. There's less wind. There's less interruption to be in my car. But been out of my car, and I've had people approach me, and they want to fight, and you just have to ignore it, right? One time, some guy wanted to fight and was talking all kind of stuff, and so I'm like, "All right, dude, all right," and nothing happened. A lot of it is like just talk, bunch of haters, just talk, 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 right? So because you can't really rationalize with them, you can't really talk with some of these people, right? That's why I avoid groups. I never approach groups ever, right? Because it just takes one person in a group of three or four to f you and all that, and then it gets out of hand, right? So because they all gang up against you, and so I don't approach groups because there's gonna be a knucklehead in there. So what do you do? Calvin, the better man will ignore those things until they can't be ignored. Yeah, so I was doing a really good job of being patient, giving him grace, and understanding, and compassion. But as soon as you swung that like that, that's it. No more grace and understanding and compassion. Now I'm gonna defend myself, and I'm gonna beat your ass until you stop, right? Until you settle down, and get authorities involved, and so they can get you out of there and get you out of harm's way, but also so the safety of the public, because you're a menace to the public, right? Not only are you a menace to Ashley's cheek, you're a menace to me because you're trying to assault me, and I'm not gonna let you assault me because I'm not Ashley. Like I'll I'm a man that's gonna that's gonna defend myself, and you're most likely gonna get hurt. Whatever his name was, he would have got definitely would have got hurt. So I just gotta. It's not worth it. It's definitely not worth it. So I'm glad that he chose not to swing it. He wanted to. He was close. He was really close. He was like this. He kept doing this right here. He kept doing this thing right here, right? This little like again trying to intimidate me, right? He wanted to. I can see it in his face that he was just He was just feeling it, right? Like just hitting me in my face, but he's not gonna hit me, right? He's not gonna hurt me, right? All that's gonna happen is I'm gonna exit my car and I'm gonna put him on the ground and pound on him until he stops and settles down and realizes that he's in the wrong. And you're not talking to Ashley, you're talking to a grown man that's gonna it's gonna hurt you. So yeah, wasn't even that's unfortunate because Ashley was kind of telling her story, and then this knucklehead approached all aggressive, like he's trying to. I don't know what he was trying to do, to be honest with you. Um, but yeah, today's all about Amber. Amber, I'm really happy for you. Also, Haley stories. You guys got you saw Haley, got to meet Haley. Trauma, lots of trauma for Haley. I don't know what she's been through in life, but it looks like she suffered a lot at the hands of not so nice people that are trying to help her, but in reality they're just helping themselves. But um, the streets aren't nice, right? Ashley said that, Haley said that, and Amber have said that the streets aren't nice. So you know what, gang, don't go to the street. Don't end up on the street because the streets will are not nice. The streets will not be nice to you. The streets will put you through hell and back. So don't go to the streets, right? Uh, yeah, Haley has definitely been through things, and so I probably saw the majority of the people I've interviewed. Right, they've when you're out in the streets, you're gonna see things. Unfortunately, sometimes those things are gonna uh, happen to you, unfortunately, right? So really sad. Um, definitely sad to know that's what's going on out there. The white stuff in Amber's mouth was thrush. So an infection of the mouth. Lillian, thank you very much, Lillian. I appreciate you. Calvin, yeah, he was strung tight for sure. Yeah, yeah. There's people out there that don't care at all. They're not going to think twice about neutralizing him right before he approaches any close. I let him get close. Um, I saw that he didn't have anything in his hands, and so I'm like, okay, so what's this guy going to try to do? And again, he didn't go all in. It looked like he was going to, but he didn't go all in. So I'm thankful for that because again, would have been bad. Jay Olivares, did King get his murder charge dropped? I have no idea. So King, I interviewed him 2001. So I interviewed him, I think September 2001. In December of 2001, he was arrested for um, homicide. Okay, he was clearly arrested for that. I know he was arrested for that because his brother called me. His brother called me and said, "Hey, you interviewed my brother King. His name is Hassan, but he was arrested for homicide. I just want to let you know." And I'm gonna try to get a lawyer. And I'm like, "Okay, good luck with that. Wish him the best of luck. Hopefully everything works out." And apparently he Just because you get arrested for something doesn't mean you actually did it, right? There's still that presumption of innocence. They still have to prove, you did what they're accusing you of doing. And sometimes, the lawyer messes up, the judge messes up, the jury messes up. Sometimes you really didn't do it, right? OJ said he didn't do it. It's possible, right? I have my doubts, right, that OJ didn't do it, right? But he had really good lawyers that convinced the jury that he didn't do it. What happened with King? I have no idea. I have no idea. I don't know. It's just speculation. 2021. Yeah, 2021. If I said 2001, definitely not 2001. I meant 2021. Jasmine Polanco, late to the live. You are forgiven, Jasmine, only because you have a Z in your name. I thought it was Art's second channel. I don't have a second channel, okay? So don't confuse me with other people, even though the we sound like I don't have this. I only have one channel. This is Lost in Phoenix. Other people do very similar stuff, but there's a big difference. So if you guys can't tell, I could tell. Peach, Peach. I remember there's a girl in California when I was in high school or middle school. She wanted to no, she didn't want to date me, but her name was Peaches. I always thought that was a cool name, Peaches. What's up, Peaches? So, anyways, hey Peach, hey Art. I noticed that sometimes when you post the mugshot pics and the link, their and their video, their names are different. Is it because they tell you a different name? Yeah, so here's what I say when I approach them, right? I say, okay, we're about to get started. What is your name, or what do you want me to call you? Right? I don't know their name. They could say their name is John. It's really Joseph, but they're telling me some other name, right? I don't know the difference, right? Because they could be lying to mask their true identity. They think nobody's going to watch it. And maybe they have warrants. They don't want the police to see them. They don't want their mom to see it. They don't want their family to see it. They don't want their children to see it. So they give a name. I don't know. I don't tell them to tell me anything. Just what is your name, or what do you want me to call you, right? And they tell me whatever they tell me, and yeah, it makes sense. Jasmine, I'm okay. Are you okay? Leslie Melgosa, I'm blessed just by having you guys come here and hang out with me. I appreciate you, Leslie. You're awesome. Kirk Sosi, Art is a ninth degree black belt in Mexican judo. Not really, but yeah, I definitely would have whooped that guy's ass if he would have swung on me. That's for sure. He didn't. Yeah, I'm okay. He's okay. Ashley's okay. Nobody got hurt. Uh, he's. I didn't touch him because he didn't touch me. So we're good. No judo. No ninth degree black belt Mexican judo was needed. Uh, yeah, that would have been messy. That would have sucked. Um, Not fun. I'd rather not fight, right? But yeah. What's for dinner today? I ate earlier. I ate like 2 hours ago. I ate Cafe Zupas. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Cafe Zupas. I love Cafe Zupas. I had a chicken pesto sandwich, a mango berry salad, and a big clam chowder. God, it's so good. It is so good. Do you like pho? I do like pho. I don't like it all the time. I like it. I like soupy stuff, so that's why I like pho. But yeah, Aries loves. What are your plans for Easter? I don't have any plans. I'll probably just watch some movies, right? Some Jesus Christ movies. Like I like watching the old movies from back in the 70s and 80s. The Last Temptation of Christ is really good. That one movie that what's his face did. What was it? The actor, the director, Mel Gibson. Was it the Last Temptation of Christ? I can't remember the name of it, but yeah, I watched all of those. Passion of the Christ, right? That's the Mel Gibson one, the Mel Gibson movie, Passion of the Christ. There's a older movie from the '90s called The Last Temptation of Christ, and a bunch of other movies, right? So I kind of do that. Jasmine Polanco, do you like Cuban food? Only the Cuban food that you make, Jasmine. Uh, Cuban food. I've never ate Cuban food. I ate Puerto Rican food, right? I've ate Puerto Rican food and a lot of rice and black beans and like other stuff, right? So, yeah. Calvin says, I'm the same way. I know what I'm capable of and I don't like hurting people. Yeah, it's like that sucks to hurt people, because I've gotten in fights in the past and I end up regretting it. Like I feel bad afterwards. So yeah, it's a bad feeling. Juliana says, I gotta wash bottles now and go to bed. I've been tired all day today. I think it's the heat already getting to me. Juliana had a baby recently, so she's tired from all that baby stuff. So have a good night, Juliana. Thank you for joining me on a Friday evening. Thank you, and stay blessed, you and your family. Sandra Martin, you like Italian food? It's bomb. Yeah. Uh, I don't think I've ever ate authentic Italian food. Right? I think um, I probably haven't ate authentic Italian food. What is authentic Italian food, right? Who sells it? Who makes it? I don't know. Um, Jason Bourne, send some of that Phoenix heat up north. It's gonna be 98 degrees next week. God, man, that's have mercy. 98 degrees. Ali 1823. Have you tried Indian food like from India? Uh, I don't think so. I don't think I have. I don't. I just never have. I might try it someday. Yeah, Jeff. I like all food too. Like I'm not really picky. I'll try stuff, but I have to like it. You know. So like for example, at Cafe Zupas, I've been eating Cafe Zupas for like I don't know, like the past 4, 5 years. I've never tried anything other than what I just told you. Right? They have a big menu. I've never tried anything other than what I told you guys. Right? So chicken pesto sandwich, mango berry salad, and clam chowder. I've never ever ordered anything different than that because I'm a creature of habit. I'm very structured. If I like it, I'm gonna keep going to that's my go-to, right? I don't really deviate. Oh, I'm gonna try something today. I'm gonna try something different next week. Like, nah, I'm gonna stick to what I like because I don't want to try something. Oh, I don't like it, and so yeah, I'm kind of like that. Cherie Talo says, "Oh my lord, I'm dying inside. I'm full-blooded Italian, born and raised on Federal Hill, Little Italy in Providence, Rhode Island. You got to make your way over here." Providence, Rhode Island. That's like on the other end of the country, right? So yeah, I probably won't be going anytime soon. But if I ever do, we're gonna try some Italian food in Providence, Rhode Island. I've never known anybody in person that's from Rhode Island because Rhode Island is like a small, tiny little state. I think Phoenix might be bigger. Well, yeah, it probably is. But like, let's say one of our smaller towns like Mesa might be more populated than Rhode Island. I'm not sure. I'm not really. I don't have a lot of information on Rhode Island. It's one of those states that you don't really hear much about. Jeff says it was 50 degrees in Ohio. Can't relate. I think it was like 80 here today. I'm not sure how. I'm about to find out right now, but it was 83 degrees here in Phoenix today. 83. That's pretty cool. On Monday, it's gonna be 99 degrees. Oh my gosh. 99. No. No. Maricopa County is the fourth largest county in the United States. Yeah, it's. I wonder if it's. Are they talking about population? Or are they talking about, um, size as far as acreage? This weekend, I'm gonna go hiking. So yeah, I'm gonna go hiking. I'm gonna get a hike in. Probably get on my bike, a little mountain bike, and ride that, and go do some interviews. But I'm gonna try to not be so busy. So gotta unplug sometimes and just hang out, enjoy life a little bit. I still have to do my taxes. I still haven't done my taxes. I know the 15th is fast approaching, so I'm gonna do my taxes before the 15th. I promise, Uncle Sam, wherever you are. I know you're watching, you're listening. Uncle Sam, I'll do my taxes. I wait till the last minute because I always owe those knuckleheads, right? So, and then I wouldn't mind, paying, doing my taxes and paying because I know it's going to a good cause, right? But the United States is so horrible at managing money. They suck at managing money, right? We've given $100 billion to Ukraine for some reason, right? But if our taxes went to where it should go to, then I wouldn't mind. But it's just, our government is so awful. Our government sucks. Our politicians just suck. Just so happens that some politicians suck a lot harder and worse than others, right? There's some good politicians. There's some like horrible politicians. So yeah. Don Shell 76. Not only are they watching, but didn't they like add 87,000 new IRS agents? Yeah, I agree. They added our brilliant administration, right? They hired 87,000 new IRS agents, right? And that's all that is a money grab. It's just to get into your pocket. So, like if you're a waiter or waitress, they're gonna go for your tips, right? They're gonna start taxing your tips, right? We kind of know how that works, right? With the way I've never been a waiter, but I know that waiters, if you survive on tips like barbers and waitresses and that tipping industry, you don't report your tips, right? You just keep as much as that as possible. Well, guess what? They're coming after you, right? They're coming after people, like side hustles, as far as like the Uber drivers and all that. They're coming for your money, because it's not enough that they take from corporations. The billions that they take from corporations. Basically they take from everybody, and they're trying to give it to the they're trying to that's where that word equity comes from. They're trying to equalize it for everybody, which is backwards, but let's not get into that. You have until the 18th. Yeah, I'm gonna do it this coming week. I'm not gonna wait until the 18th or the 15th. It's no big deal. I'll end up owing like always. They say I make too much. So Jasmine Polanco, would you run for your local government to help with the drug problems? I would not. Politics with me, I wouldn't be good at politics because to be a politician, you have to be, you can't really be honest and upfront and how you feel because you're going to hurt somebody's feelings. Politicians have it really rough nowadays because they have to appease everybody. They have to make everybody happy, right? If you offend somebody, oh, shame on you, right? You're racist, you're this, you're that, you're some type of phobia or whatever, So I wouldn't be good at that because I'd be offending people left and right, right? So just look how I interact sometimes with knuckleheads that come in these chats, right? I let them know how the reality, right? And in politics, you can't really do that. You have to just go, just bite the bullet and pretend, and I'm not a good pretender. Like I call it how it is, right? And so politicians nowadays they don't tell the truth. So I I I ate like 2 hours ago and I ate a lot. And I took like a little nap, I think, and I'm getting hungry again. So I don't know what I'm gonna eat later. It's already 8:53. It's gonna be 9 very soon. And I appreciate you guys. 113 people hanging out with us tonight. That's awesome. Appreciate you guys. Live, laugh, love. Art, my son was born on the 4th of July. So he's a patriotic little baby. We have a big party. No fighting, no fighting, just fun. Games, food, fireworks. Come join us. We're in New Mexico, about 3 hours away from you. Yeah, if I'm free on the 4th of July, and if I'm anywhere near New Mexico, I'll definitely join in. But if I don't go for whatever reason, happy birthday to your son. May he have many more birthdays, and I appreciate your invitation nonetheless. You are awesome. Thank you. Jeff, the company I work for just bought property for another 1,000 homes. They're still building like crazy. Yeah, that's not. I mean, it's their money. They can do whatever they want with it. But I think they're building for the future, right? Because they're gonna bite the bullet now. They're gonna take that loss now because eventually, what a lot of things that something that's happening here in Arizona, and I'm sure it's happening in other places, is you're having corporations build homes, but it's not to sell the homes. They're gonna own the homes. They're gonna always rent the homes. So I mean, I don't know. I sold my house recently, and because I wanted to cash out before the prices, the market dropped, and it's dropping a little bit here in Phoenix. It's not tanking, but it's not crashing. It's like a soft slowdown because interest rates high. Economy is uncertain, right? The people are not certain what's going to happen with the economy. So we have a lot of houses and not a lot of buyers, and so that usually causes prices to come down. But here in Phoenix, the prices are coming down slowly because people. Phoenix is still a place where people come to, right? So a lot of people are leaving Los Angeles and all those type of states where just crime is that there's no no stoppage on crime. So people are like coming over here, unfortunately, and buying up homes. And so we'll see what happens. It's so crazy, right? Also, the dollar, the company, the the dollar. Something that's happening that nobody's really talking about is the dollar is being dumped by um, by Brazil, by other countries, right? They're not going to use the dollar like the standard. So that kind of hurts us, people that rely on the dollar, the power of the dollar. So China, Brazil, definitely Russia doesn't use the dollar. So that's not good, not good at all. So it's kind of scary when stuff like that happens. Jasmine Polanco, is it cheaper to move to Arizona than Texas? I would want to move to Texas, and my mom has always wanted to live in Arizona. What's a better choice? I would say, I always tell people that depending where you're coming from, if you're coming from California, Arizona's full. Just skip over Arizona, go to New Mexico, go to Colorado, right? You guys have the like, very same politics in Colorado. Washington, right? Washington is lovely. You guys have the same politics. Colorado. I heard that in Portland, Oregon, all the WalMarts are closing in Portland, Oregon, and all of the uh, Cracker Barrels are closing. All the Cracker Barrel restaurants are closing in Portland, right? That's because over there they just let people do whatever. So people will just walk into Walmart and just take stuff, and nobody stops them. So Walmart's like, you know what, we're leaving, right? So eventually that's going to happen in places like LA, San Francisco, stuff like that, and then people are going to leave because there's no jobs, nowhere to shop, stuff like that. So unfortunately, they come to Arizona and they bring those same that same mindset, right? The same reason you left your state is the same mindset you're bringing here. You're gonna you're gonna sully our state, right? So just be cognizant of that, right? The reason why you left your state, whatever state it is, try to be aware of that so that you don't make the same mistake wherever you go, right? Leave that infection, leave that disease where you're at. It's unfortunate because California is a beautiful state. Washington is a beautiful state. It's just the politics have really contaminated it, unfortunately. Jan Wyborn is in New Zealand. I think Jan, I think you're the furthest one. I think you win the distance award. Jan is in New Zealand. She's a Kiwi. People from New Zealand, they call them Kiwis for some reason. So New Zealand is such a beautiful country. So thank you for joining us, Jan. Don't even want to know what time it is over there because it has to be crazy hours. Jeff, it's midnight. It's 8:59 here in Arizona. 8:59. 8:59. So something happened here in Phoenix. There was an overdose. Seven female inmates in our one of our jails here in Phoenix. They overdosed. I think they're all alive. I think last I heard is that they're all alive, but seven inmates in jail, they overdosed, right? I can guarantee you, I don't know what they didn't announce what substance. I guarantee you it's those blue pills, right? So um you're already in jail, right? And you decide to take these pills, you're lucky you're alive, right? So it just sucks because the taxpayer has to pay for that, right? We have to pay thousands of dollars for the ambulance to go out there and go help them, and we have to foot the bill for these stupid decisions. Hopefully, they get more time added to them. I would hope that I would it would be really nice if the sheriff's department here, his name is Paul Penzone. He's the guy that replaced Joe Arpaio, right? So he's a little bit different than Joe Arpaio. Joe Arpaio is very strict, very, not messing around. And this guy's a little bit more, nicer, he's more of a politician, right? He has to be nice and appease people and keep them happy, not offend people. And so I think that lack of being hard on crime, the crime is going into the jails, right? And so these drugs are pouring in the jail, somehow, and it's on his watch. So he should really reevaluate his department and really what he's doing. His name is Paul Penzone. So again, he's not really a sheriff. He's a more of a politician. So what do you do? I guess the guard, yeah, the guard. So he had a guard selling. He got caught with pills about 2, 3 months ago. I put that on the community tab. Okay, so if there's other knuckleheads doing that, let's arrest them. Let's do some internal investigations, right? If you need help, Paul Penzone, go hire somebody to help you, dude. But seven overdoses in one day is like unacceptable, right? So you should almost resign, right? Let somebody else that's going to be a true sheriff, right? That's going to really enforce laws and have a clean department, not have a department that's actually selling drugs, right? They pretend to uphold the law, but they're really selling drugs, and so you're allowing it. I'm not saying that he's doing it on purpose, but he's ineffective, right? I've lost confidence in him. I think he's almost at this point. He's kind of, it's like bring Sheriff Joe back, because at least Sheriff Joe didn't allow that stuff to happen in his jails, right? He was on it. He was strict, and so that's what happens with these politicians. They don't want to offend people, so they allow things to happen. So uh, Jason Bourne, yeah, that's a total witch hunt. It's all politics. I don't believe any of that. It's all politics. Obviously, it's politics. You just look at it through a clear lens, right? Leave the emotion out, but just look at the facts, and that's trying to get him, one way or another. It's all it is. It's all it is. It's really sad, but what do you do? Do you have chain gangs there? I don't know. We used to have chain gangs with Joe Arpaio. Used to have a bunch of chain gangs. They used to wear pink jail gear, pink underwear in case they ran away. We would find them right away. But this guy got rid of that. Yeah, we used to have Tent City, try to save the county money by giving them bologna sandwiches every day, and save money by having them outside, basically in a little camp. So it's a deterrence and keep them uncomfortable. And this guy doesn't do that. He's a politician, basically pretending to be a sheriff. Pink underwear, yeah, pink underwear helped. Yeah, like that lady. What was her name? Gosh, what was that lady's name? We were talking about her the other day. I forgot her name. Shapiro, Jessica Shapiro. I forgot what her name was, but yeah, she's uh, pretending to be with law enforcement, right? She was the police union in San Jose, right? She was an official there, not a police officer, right? Not working directly for the police, but for the police officers union in San Jose. Meanwhile, behind the scenes, she's buying drugs from other countries and selling drugs in San Jose, right? So they have like this facade, like this fake veneer of look at me, I'm a good person, but behind the scenes they're doing some crazy deeds, right? So just like the sheriff Paul Penzone, look at me, I'm a sheriff, but behind the scenes he's really ineffective. So he should get on out. No update on Face. I have no idea what Face is up to. If he's working or not, I don't know. Haven't seen him since last time he was pushing a wheelchair. So best of luck to Face, and hopefully he turns it around and everything. He stays on that path. But I'm not sure. La Esme, happy Friday to you. I think I always wondered why they call it Good Friday. You guys know why they call it Good Friday? I don't know. I usually know stuff like this, but why is it good? Like, I think every Friday is a Good Friday, right? Good Friday is a Christian holiday commemorating the crucifixion of Jesus and his death at Calvary. It is observed during Holy Week as part of the Paschal Triduum. Okay. Good Friday. I think they just call it Good Friday because God or Jesus was, his crucifixion and stuff. So, but just so you guys know, every Friday is a Good Friday. This is just the Good Friday, right? The Good Friday is today, but every Friday is a Good Friday in my estimation. Charles Walking Elk Jr. I love what you're doing in Arizona art. I have much love and a lot of respect for what you're doing and continue to stay strong and keep spreading awareness. Shout out from Standing Rock, North Dakota. Charles, thank you very much for commenting. I appreciate you showing up on this Good Friday all the way from Standing Rock, North Carolina, North Dakota, the Dakotas, South and North. Um, I've never been there. I heard that North Dakota is beautiful. I would love to go there one day, and I'm glad I have friends in North Dakota. So thank you very much, Charles. I greatly appreciate your warm sentiments. And stay safe up there in North Dakota, and much love to you and your folks out there. Okay, you guys are awesome. Charles says, "My wife turned me on to your channel, and now I love it." Awesome. Well, tell your wife I said thanks. What's your wife's name, Charles? So I can say thanks. Art, you should read the poem Dinosauria We by Charles Bukowski. Cool. Hello, Art from Bakersfield. I want to put up a channel like this in our town. Just need a little help. Not much help that I can give you other than just go ahead and go do it. Be safe, be careful, and you just got to go out and do it basically. Okay. But it's really dangerous. So stay safe. Okay. Thank you for the question. Marie, hello. How are you? Um, La Esme says, I have no idea why they call it Good Friday because today, the day they crucified Jesus. I remember when I was younger, I used to get mad at that, right? I used to watch, Christian movies and I'd be upset because I already know what's going to happen, right? Like you get mad at, at, who's the guy that Judas, right? Judas turned him, right? You get mad at Judas. But then as I got older, I'm like, those are things that had to happen, right? In order for all of this to happen, So, I kind of, that's kind of way I look at it. Judas Iscariot. I remember like Pontius Pilate washing his hands, right? And he didn't want nothing to do with it. So, what if like somebody would have made the decision, what would have happened, but we wouldn't have the history that we have now, right? So it's interesting. No Rachel update, no Sabri update. So, anyways, gang, I'm gonna head out for the night. You guys have a really good evening. Have a good weekend. I'll probably see you guys maybe on Sunday. I'm not sure. Maybe Saturday, tomorrow. I'm not sure, but I'll log on. I'll log on again this weekend, maybe at a different time. There's that little gnat. The gnat is flying around is like this big, but if he gets into the screen in front of the camera, he gets all big. That's so crazy. It's a little gnat. But anyways, you guys have a really good night. Thank you guys for joining me. 115 people, subscribers, all subscribers. I closed it off from the knuckleheads. But you guys have a really good night. Brenda, Stephanie, Internet Alex, Jeff, Linda, a Mexican in Korea, ZE, Calvin, Jason Bourne. You guys have a really good night. You guys stay safe, okay? Much love and appreciation for you guys spending a little bit of your Friday night with me and the Lost in Phoenix family. Prayers for Amber to continue down the path that we need her to go through. Prayers for Haley. We met her today, and prayers for her to go down that safe path and stay off the streets and harm. And the knucklehead that approached me kind of aggressively, prayers for him that he gets well and stays safe out there and not harms other people, right? So thank you guys very much. Stay safe, and we'll talk very soon. Okay. Good night. Bye.